Alright guys, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anthony. Today, since the NFL schedule just got released, super exciting, I thought it would be fun to just go over the over-unders for every single team. See, way too early over-unders, just mess around a little bit. Over-unders, for those of you who don't know, are just what Vegas puts out for what they think each team is going to win. So, like, for example, let's start off with the NFC West, where I have the over-unders for each team in the division. Let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. Vegas has the over-under for the Arizona Cardinals at 7.5. So that means if you think the Cardinals are going to win 8 games, you would like to bet that because they're going to win 8 games. If you think they're going to lose or win less than 7 games or 7 games or less, then you also want to bet that because then they'll be under. Me personally, Arizona Cardinals, 7.5 wins for Vegas. Oh, I got that over. I got them at 9 wins. Second year in the offense with Cliff Kingsbury, with Kyler Murray. The defense should be better. They got DeAndre Hopkins, who's obviously a beast. They drafted Isaiah Simmons, who's supposed to be the best player of the draft. That's what I think the defense will be better. So yeah, I think the Cardinals will be good. Got them over their 7.5 win total. The next team in the NFC West is the 49ers, the Super Bowl losers. So 49ers, the Vegas has them at 10.5 wins. I actually am going to go under that. I have them for 8 wins this season. One reason only is the Super Bowl hangover. How many teams that lose the Super Bowl even make the playoffs the next year? It doesn't really happen that often. They also they lost to Forrest Buckner, who was a really good defensive player. They lost to Emmanuel Sanders. They played a really tough division. I just think the 49ers are going to regress this year with 8 wins, so that's an under. The Rams, Vegas has them at 8 wins. I think the Rams are going to be better. They rehashed that offensive line. They lost Gurley. They lost Brandon Cooks. So that might be some offense or addition by subtraction by losing guys that you think you should play more that weren't, bringing it, each and every day. Anyways, I think the Rams have a bounce back year. I got them for 10 wins, so that is 2 over. Next team in the NFC West is the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks over under for Vegas is 9 wins. I also have Seattle over. I have them at 10 wins. 10 years under Pete Carroll. They have one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in the league, Russell Wilson. 4th best defense last year. I don't think Seattle's going over there. I got them at 10 wins and an over. Alright, let's go to the AFC West. We'll start with the Las Vegas Raiders. Weird to say that. Vegas has the Vegas Raiders over under at 7.5. I have under. I think the Raiders are only going to win 6 games this year. New stadium does not buy wins. They did not draft very well. I just do not see them getting to 7 wins. Next team in that division is the Denver Broncos. Vegas has Denver Broncos at 8 wins. I also have them at 8 wins, so I think that's a push. They still have some nice defensive pieces. They added a lot of nice offensive weapons for Drew Lock, including Jerry Jeudy and Melvin Gordon. So we'll see how good they can be. I think they're a couple years away, so that's why I have them at 8 wins. The next team in the AFC West is the Los Angeles Chargers. Vegas has them at 7.5 wins as well. I like the over on the Chargers. They lost Phillip Rivers, but that might be a good thing. They didn't have that great of an offensive line. Now they play Tyrod Taylor, he's a much more mobile quarterback. So I think he will be better in the Chargers offense for them this year. So I think the Chargers will be better. I have the Chargers going over that 7.5 wins. I have them at 9 wins. Alright, last but certainly not least, the Kansas City Chiefs. The over-under for Vegas is 11.5 wins. I have the Chiefs at 11 wins. Still one of the best teams in the NFL, of course, but they have them going under their win total They're defending champs. They're going to come out strong. They're going to win 11 games. They're still going to be good. Mahomes is young. He's got all those young weapons. I mean, unless Mahomes gets hurt, the Chiefs, they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with. All right. Let's move over to the AFC East now. And let's begin with the New England Patriots. Vegas has the New England Patriots at 9.5 wins. I like the under on that. They lost, the best quarterback in the league, obviously, so we don't know who their quarterback is. They still have Bill Belichick, though, and they still have a really good defense. They were the number one rushing defense last year, so I still have them at 8 wins, a slight under. The next team in the AFC East is the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills over-under they have at 9. So I have the Buffalo Bills at 8 wins as well, so under their total. They still have a really good defense, still have a good running game. It's just their quarterback. Is their quarterback going to take that next step this year? I do not think he is. I think he's going to regress and go back. That's why I only have them at 8 wins. The next team in that division is the New York Jets. Vegas has them at 7 wins. I also have them at 7 wins. Big question, is Sam Darnold any good? Yes, he was hurt last year with mono, so we couldn't really see. So this is going to be technically his sophomore year. So we'll see how good he can do. Maybe they can take the division, maybe not. But I have them at 7 wins. The next team in that division is the Miami Dolphins. Now Vegas has the Miami Dolphins at 6 wins. That is ridiculous to me. I don't understand they got 5 wins last year, but I think that was a fluke. I think the Dolphins are a few years away. I got them at 4 wins with the under. Alright, let's move on to the NFC East now. The NFC East, number 1 team I have here is the Dallas Cowboys. Their over-under is at 10 wins. I also have them at 10 wins. Their schedule is not the hardest. Still have a great offensive line, top quarterback, top running back, 2 good receivers. Well, really 3 good receivers, but they got Amari Cooper, they got the rookie Lamb. So I still think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a force. I got them at 10 wins, which is a push. Philadelphia Eagles. Vegas has them at 9.5 wins. I have them at 8 wins with an under. Is Carson Wentz going to stay healthy? Is this why they drafted Jalen Hurts? Who knows? They have a middle-of-the-road defense. I don't see them really bouncing back. I got them at 8 wins. Washington Redskins. Vegas has their over-under at 5.5 wins. I have them at 5 wins, so I like the under. I do like what Washington is doing. I like their head coach, Ron Rivera, their new head coach, Ron Rivera. He's going to solidify that defense. Chase Young, the draft pick they got, is a beast. But who's their quarterback? That's the only question. Is Haskins going to be good? It's yet to be seen, but I got them at 5 wins under. Giants. Vegas has them at 6.5 wins. I do not like the Giants this year. I think they have a really tough schedule. New coaching staff, new system. I got them at 2 wins. I don't think they're going to be doing very good this year. All right, let's move to the AFC North now. All right, the Steelers, over-under for the Steelers is 9.5 for Vegas. I actually really like the Steelers this year. I have them at 11 wins. The Ravens, their over-under is in 11.5, so Vegas really likes them. I think the Ravens digress this year. I only have them for 9 wins in the under. One of the reasons is Lamar has to prove it again. The teams are going to be ready for him. I think regression is coming. Let's see if he gets all the big breaks like he did last year. I don't think he will. But I still got the Ravens at 9 wins. I think they're going to be a good team, a playoff team. Next team, the Browns, over under 8.5 wins. I have them at 9 wins. Also, I have the Browns with the new head coach, new offensive-minded head coach. Hopefully he brings Baker back. I see a big bounce back year for Baker. Last year he was not focused. I feel doing commercials, just thinking the NFL was easy. And I think this year he's going to step it up. He's like, all right, let's work. And I have the Browns at 9 wins. And the Bengals over-under is 5.5. I actually have them at 6 wins. Maybe just some new blood. Maybe Joe Burrow is the man there, and he gets them over that hump. But 6 wins, that'd be cool. All right, the NFC North now. Packers, Vegas has them at 9 wins. I have them at 10. I'm not too worried about the Jordan Love pick. It's another year under Matt LaFleur's system. I think they will improve. I think the Packers are going to be just fine. The Bears over-under is 8. I also have them at 8, mainly because their skill is not too bad. They still have a top 4 defense. If they can get anything from Foles and Trubisky, I think they will be an 8 team. If they get a little bit more, they could be better, but I got them at 8 wins. Next team is the Lions. Vegas is the Lions at 6.5 wins. I have them for 7 wins, so I like their over. I mean, they were pretty good last year before Stafford got hurt. If Stafford stays healthy, they could definitely get that over. The Vikings. Vegas is the Vikings at 9 over under. I have them at 10. Like the Vikings a lot this year. They lost Diggs. They lost that guy who's been always yapping. They added Jefferson in the draft. I think he's gonna have a good year. Still have that good defense, and they can run the ball. So I think the Vikings will be solid. All right, the AFC South. All right, the first team in the AFC South is the Colts. Vegas is the Colts for 9 wins. I also have them for 9 wins. That's a push. Luck retired last year. Totally ruined their season. They added Phillip Rivers, which is a good thing because their offensive line is just fine. So he's going to be able to stand in the pocket and deliver some dimes everywhere. I like the Colts this year with 9 wins. Houston. Vegas has them at 7.5 wins. I like the under with that. I have them at 7 wins. Tennessee Titans. Vegas has them at 8.5 wins. I have them at 8, so that I have them at under. Just they're running it back. We'll see if they can do the same thing as last year with their schedule. Jacksonville Jaguars over under for Vegas is 4.5 wins. I think they're gonna win 6 games, so I like the over on that. NFC South now. Panthers. Vegas has them at 5.5 wins. I have them for 5. There is an under. New coach, not really good defense. I don't expect much for the Panthers this year. Falcons. Vegas has them at 7.5 wins for the over-under. I have them at 8, so I like the over on that. I think Atlanta bounces back. I still think Dan Quinn gets fired because they only go 8-8, but at least they have a competitive season. Saints over-under is 10.5 wins. I have the Saints at 9 wins. Tampa Bay over-under is 9.5. I actually had Tampa Bay for 11 wins. Mainly because it's Tom Brady and Bruce Arians' offense. If Tom Brady's still Tom Brady, he's going to be dynamite in this offense, and they're going to destroy. Anyway, so yeah, those are all my over-unders. Kind of went through them quick, but yeah, those are the ones I really like. Or those are all of them, I guess. Let's see. I have my playoff teams. Right as of right now, I know it's super early, but it's just fun. So NFC, I have the Tampa Bay Bucks as the number 1 seed. I had the Rams at 2, Cowboys 3, Packers 4, Vikings 5, Seahawks 6, and then that final playoff spot this year, 7 goes to the Saints. AFC, I have the number 1 seed Chiefs at the first round by 2 seed Steelers, 3 seed Colts, 4 seed Patriots, 5 seed Chargers, 6 seed Ravens, 7 seed Browns. It's going to be a crazy year this year. Just some first look, like some crazy bets that I like. Steelers to win the division plus 400. I think that is possible. And then I like the Packers to win the Super Bowl this year. That is, the Packers are 18-1 to win the Super Bowl. So if you guys like those are the odds. And thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. If you like my channel, there's going to be more NFL and NBA stuff coming up. Hopefully when the world gets back and going. Alright guys, thank you.